Good day, dear readers, viewers, watchers, and listeners. I pray all is well out there. We're going to continue and resume play at this time in the book entitled The Sacraments of Eternity. Let us continue. Let us resume play. And let us begin. The outskirts of Jerusalem. John addressed his disciples. My dear brothers, my soul demands me to go to Hebron. Something draws me to that place, though I already said goodbye to it. Teacher, take me with you. All right, Elishua. Brothers, I shall not be absent for long. You can rest here for several days and visit with your families. I'm sure they miss you as well as you miss them. Teacher, please be careful. Don't worry about me. Better worry about yourselves. Come, Elishua. God be with you, teacher, and with you too. They were walking along the banks of the river Jordan. Teacher, I can see that you're worried about something. You're right, I am. Though I don't even know exactly what it's about. Something draws me to Hebron. You know, Elishua, let's not talk about it for now. We should better be walking and enjoying all of this that God has created. All of this God-created beauty, for it brings me joy, more joy than my dark thoughts. You know, teacher, I think if the earth is so big, I can't help but to wonder how other people live. Those that lived hundreds and hundreds of miles away from Jerusalem. And are there any people at all? Elishua, of course there are. God put people all over the earth. Why would he do that? You see, if we all lived where to live on the Holy Land, then we wouldn't have a lot of place to live right now. I know that there are a lot of people living now on earth. Also, I know that there are hard surface seas. What do you mean by that? It's simple. Those seas are frozen due to extreme temperatures. It sounds interesting. I wish I could see that. Elishua, we'll see and know a lot of things. They were approaching Jerusalem. Elishua, I'm not going to enter the city for now. I want to go around it. You go straight in there and buy us some food for the road. Teacher, but no, you get the food for yourself and I'll have some honey and I have a bag of water. I'll be waiting for you at the Ephraim gates. All right, teacher, I'll be back soon. Having reached the Ephraim gates, John sat down and started waiting for Elishua. He was thinking about his entire life. He weighed all of the pros and cons and even criticized himself for something, but all in all, he was pleased with everything. Young man, yes, I can hear you. Peace be to you. Peace be to you, my God, man. May I sit next to you? Please. Where are you heading? To Hebron. And you? I'm heading there too. Do you live there? Yes, I do. I see. My name is John. I'm Bishop Zachariah's son. What? What, really? The son of the late Bishop Zachariah? Yes, I really am. Good God, what a small world we're living in. I knew your father and your mother, Elizabeth, too. Let me hug you, my dearest. And what is your name? My name is Simon. Elishua returned with supplies. Teacher, oh, I can see that you have made company. Elishua, meet Simon here. He is from Hebron. Well, the more the merrier. John, put your things in my carriage. Thank you, Simon. John, can you tell me where you are going to visit in Hebron? If it isn't a secret, of course. There's no secret. I want to visit the grave of my father, Jubal. Has he died? Yes, he has. He was like a father to me. John, I knew Jubal too, and I heard from people that you... Sorry, Simon, everything you heard about me is true, because I don't think that you heard only good things about me. On the contrary, John, I heard only good things about you. Well, then I can only thank people for saying positive things about me. John, would you like to stay at my place? My family would very much like to meet you. Thank you, Simon, but we shall be staying at my aunt Isaac's place. John, do you know that Isaac? Wait, what, is she dead? No, but I think that it's just a matter of time. She suddenly became very ill, and I wish we'd been able to be there on time to see her alive. Well, then, we better hurry. The Dead Sea. The boat with Ophir and Parman was sailing through the sea. The sea was calm, and only the souls of those two fishermen were troubled. Ophir, what are you thinking about? You know, Parman, I think that it is not that far from the seashore to Hebron, and we can reach it on foot. But where are we going to moor our boat? Don't worry about that. Ophir, I know one fisherman there, and he's going to look after our boat. Also, my Aunt Isaac lives in Hebron, and we're going to stay with her before leaving for Jerusalem. I don't know why, but I feel scared now. We weren't scared of that dream. Ophir, I like to think so, at least. So don't be scared now, for I think everything shall be all right from now on. I also think that those in Jerusalem shall be glad to hear our story. What if they don't? You see, Offer, there are a lot of Pharisees and priests in the city, and they are very clever. They will believe us. We saw a celestial spectacle, so I think that we're obligated to tell them about it. Hebron. John and his companions reached Hebron without any problems. Isaac, are you alive? Come on in, Simon. Thank God I still am. But look, I've got company. Peace be unto them. Let them come in too. I'm glad to see everyone. I'm so bored to be here all alone. John, is that really you? Yes, Aunt Isaac, that's me. And I've got my spiritual brother Elishua here with me. Let him come in too. Please, please, help me to get up. Simon, I'm so hungry. I've got food here with me. Here. I don't want to eat alone. Please join me. John, what brings you to Hebron? You see, some unknown force has been drawing me here. Also, I want to visit Father Jubal's grave. I can see, John, that you're a man, you're a kind of man, you're a kind man, and God not only loves kind people, but he also respects them. On Isaac, if I'm one of God's creations, then he knows what to do with me. I sometimes think about the time when you were just a little boy. You used to raise your arms up to heaven and stay like that for a long, long time. I wonder what and why and what you were saying silently for all of that time. We were waiting for you to say something, but you never uttered a sound. Aunt Isaac, it was a long time ago. Now I talk a lot because I can't stay silent any longer. I see all of those people around me and I feel pity for them. I see good and evil and I'm trying to help all of them. Those people around me and I know that not everyone agrees with me on that, but I'm going to stand my ground. I find great solace in my travels all around the earth. John, do you ever feel scared? Sometimes, but not for myself. I feel scared for those that throw stones at me. I think I understand what you're saying, John. So, where is your home nowadays? John smiled and said, my home is on the banks of the River Jordan and the desert too. I think the whole earth is my home right now. Is Elishua your friend? Well, I can't answer that correctly. When I was little, more than 7 years old, I saved his life. I wasn't alone. My father, Jubal, helped me, of course. He was crucified, you see. Elishua, show her your scars. Oh God, Elishua, why did they punish you so severely? I think that they punished me for telling the truth. Yes, Elishua, sometimes people do that around here, though God granted you good health. Simon was sitting there and listening closely to them. Then he couldn't stay silent any longer. John, tell me, with your hand across and on your heart, do you believe in God? John looked at Simon and said, if I didn't believe in God, I would believe in Satan and throw stones at people like me. I do believe in God, for I can hear his voice and carry out his will. I shall never regret about that, because that is my fate and my life now. Thank you. Everything is clear for me now. Simon, do you believe in him? You see, John, I do. I wish he gave me some money, though, and then I'd have believed him even more. John smiled and said, Simon, you have head on your shoulders, 2 arms to earn that money, and all that was given to you by him. Simon blushed. Sorry, John, for asking such a stupid question. Don't apologize, Simon. We are but humans. We all want to live, and we have to be better in a place. He just asked us to believe in him too. And once that happens, then all the people shall be living well. But, John, when will that happen? I told you already, when all the time started to believe in believe in the Almighty. Well, John, as I see it, it will not happen during our lifetime. Please, Simon, you've got to believe that the kingdom of heaven exists, and that those of us that enter that kingdom shall be watching over others here on earth. I know for sure that for us up there, that shall be hard to endure. Well, that has been an interesting conversation, but I need to go home, though I don't want to leave you at all. 2 men entered the house just when Simon was leaving. Peace be to you. Parman, dear, peace be unto you too. Aunt Isaac, how are you? Parman, I thought I'd never see you again. Don't say things like that, my dear. Are you going to stay strong? Are you going to stay long? No, I need to go to Jerusalem. I have business to attend to there. You want to buy something? No, I need to visit the Syndrian and tell its priest about something. Simon tried to listen in, but then he thought, I better stay here and listen to them instead of going home. Isaac said, John, meet my nephew, Parman, and his friend. What's your name? My name? I'm Offer. John said, Parman, it'll be hard for you to get to the Syndrian. Believe me, I personally knew an ordinary guy who visited those priests once. What happened to him? They laughed at him, punished him, threw him out on the street. Interesting. Why did they do that? For reporting on a thing that he saw. Well, what did he see exactly? a fiery chariot. Offer sat down, hearing that Parman started shaking. What's wrong with you? What's wrong? Are you all right? John, we saw that fiery bird too. Once we woke up, we thought that was just a dream. My dear friends, that wasn't a dream. Our heavenly brothers visited you that night. They are the children of the future. So what should we do now? You should ask Elishua about that. He saw that fiery chariot too. Yes, I saw it and was crucified for telling about it. Offer stood up and said, I told you, Paramin, that we needed to say nothing about that. We were going towards our own death willingly, right up to this moment. Parman? Yes, John. If you want to know the truth, you can stay with me from now on. What is there to know? You shall know God. And once you discover him, then you'll understand everything at all. Well, think about it. And then you can decide whether you should go to Jerusalem or stay by my side. Well, all right, John, we will. But if we agree, what are we going to do? Well, once you decide to stay, then you'll know. In the meantime, now, let's have us some rest. Simon was sitting, lost in his thoughts. I think I'm going to spend the night here too. If they start talking again, I wouldn't want to miss it. Isaac, I'd like to stay the night here if you don't mind. I don't want to leave all of you. Of course, Simon, stay with us. I'm glad to see you all. I haven't had so many guests in my house for a long time. I don't even want to die anymore. I think I've been cured. I wish you all good night. Tired travelers fell asleep, and only Simon had nightmares about some fiery eagles chasing after him. He was trying to hide from them, but they were able to find him. Then one eagle grabbed him. Simon yelled so loud in his dreams that he woke up everyone by his scream. Simon, are you all right? He continued screaming. Let me go, let me go. Once he opened his eyes, he saw Parman standing in front of him. Oh God, where have I just been now? Everyone laughed hearing that. It was morning already and the day was going to be very good. Everyone was in a good mood. John, what is it, Elishua? What are we going to do today? Elishua, we need to go to Jubal's grave, rest up, go to the river Jordan with the dawn. Parman approached them. John, we've decided to stay with you. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. We were grateful to you, John. It seems like you saved our lives. Can we please accompany you to your father's grave? Sure. Come along. And they left to pay respects to the late Jubal. Only one Only old Isaac was left home alone. She was crying. Dear God, I can't take even several steps these days. Please take me to your abode and free me from my mortal cold. I want to go home to the kingdom of heaven. I haven't seen any good my entire life. I used to cry a lot at nights because I was alone. Only you saw my tears, and no one else knew about that. Oh Lord, I beg of you, please do not judge me, for I haven't sinned. I have held all of your commandments with my life and prayed for you wherever I was. If you ever notice me to commit sin, then I beg you to forgive me. She was relieved having said that and felt like she was born again. She stood up, walked out of the house, looked around and at the shiny sun, and then decided to go to Jabal's grave. My Lord Almighty, where you've hurt me, thank you. Now, I know that it's too early for me to go to the kingdom of heaven. Having climbed up this hill to the tombs of stone, tombs of Jacob, Abraham, and Isaac, and their wives. John said the following standing near the Jabal's grave. My brothers were standing at this holy place right now. A lot of intelligent, kind, and fair people found their final resting place here. They are true mortal gods, and their souls have turned them into spiritual ones in heaven. These people had a hard life, though had no regrets, for they knew God. And we must be proud of them and remember their names forever and ever. And once our time comes, we'll join them up there in heaven. John sat down near his father Jubal's grave. Father, I think this is the last time I'm going to see you here at your grave. I can feel that soon I'll join you with all of my legacy on this earth shall serve to glory all of humankind and the glory of the Almighty. John, what is it, Simon? Look, that's Isaac. Don't be surprised. My brothers, for this woman is almost a saint. She believed in the power of God, and he prolonged her life. For that, John, what is it, Simon? Look, that's Isaac. Don't be surprised, my brothers, for this woman is almost a saint. She believed in the power of God, and he prolonged her life for that. Parman came down the hill. Aunt Isaac, let me help you. No, I'm going to climb this hill by myself, for the Almighty himself is helping me. She climbed up to the tomb without effortlessly, came up to John and hugged him with tears in her eyes. Oh, dear Lord, John, I know, Aunt, because I'm so glad that you, the forerunner, and God, let us sit in silence for now, because this silence shall let our souls talk to all the saints up there in heaven. Dear readers, we will pause and we will stop there. We will resume play yet another day, another time, in the book entitled The Sacraments of Eternity. Thank you. And remember, take care of yourselves and please take care of one another. In Jesus' name. Amen.